I would just like to preface this video by saying I am not a financial advisor. Guys, we're just going off vibes here. So let's just get into it and let's see what I think is the best to invest in for the Armory update. Also, super quick before the video starts, I'm giving away this Black Lotus. I know I have absolutely no subscribers or fans right now, but this is the only way for me to, get subscribers and fans. So please stick to the end to find out how you can win this. So what even is the Armory update? Well, besides a few insignificant patch notes which brought back Italy, thank you so much Valve, this is exactly what we wanted. We also obviously got, the Armory. It's the Armory update, what did you expect? And in this Armory, you can give Valve $16 up to 5 different times to get a Battle Pass-like item where you collect a bunch of stars and you can get a maximum of 40 stars per Armory Pass. And using those stars, you can purchase different items here. The items include 4 new collections, with 3 of them being, collections, and 1 of them being a case. 2 new craft stickers, which are basically not like standalone stickers, but mainly stickers you would use in sticker crafts. A completely new set of items, which are charms, which you add to your guns. They like dangle off there. And a limited edition Desert Eagle case hardened. Heat treated, because they're very, very different skins and totally not the same concept. But with all these new weapon skins, I'm sure you're going to be looking to purchase some items and hold on to them for 5 or 6 years and pray that CS2 gets updates and does not die out like Team Fortress. May God rest its soul. Now, the key factor on if any of these items are actually going to be valuable in a few years are whether or not the Armory is actually going to end. There is currently no end date that Valve has put out, and besides the Desert Eagle heat treated over here, we don't really know the situation with the rest of the items in the Armory. For example, this could just be a permanent tab and the different items in here could just get cycled out, or some of them could stay, or it could get cycled out and then they bring them back at a later date. We don't really know because Valve has been so vague. Now, assuming it follows the same rules as the operations in the past, we'll assume that the Armory will be about 5 or 6 months and then come to an end. Now, assuming that that is the case, there is a possibility that a lot of the items in the Armory will be very limited in supply. I say this because at $16 a pass and $80 if you want to be able to have 5 passes at once, owning the Armory Pass is not cheap and not something that every Counter-Strike player is going to want to be purchasing and constantly refreshing every time they complete one pass. And I'm aware that there's a lot of people who, myself included, will spend an absurd amount of money on Counter-Strike. The average player is not going to be willing to spend $50 a week to have 3 active Armory passes, no matter how much they're playing the game. And not only that, but there is also a lot of negative feedback coming from different, forums online saying how people don't want to be purchasing the Armory Pass because they don't want to support Valve just taking our money. And I know a lot of you guys who are saying that are still going to end up buying the Armory Pass and probably buying 5 of them a week. But we can just hope that a lot of people will not be buying the Armory Pass, causing the supply of items in here to be even more limited. So, let's say investing in the Armory Pass is actually a good idea, and you go out and decide to buy one. That's great, but that's still just the first step, because you still have to farm all the stars to be able to purchase any items in the Armory. So, just about how long is it going to take you to farm the 40 levels that you need to complete each Armory Pass? Well, if you take a look at each premier game, you'll gain around 1 star, and each game takes about 35 minutes. That means we'll need to complete about 40 different premier games to complete a single Armory Pass. At 35 minutes each game for 40 games will set you back around 1,400 minutes of playtime, or just around 24 hours. Now, assuming that all of you guys have lives and are not just going to sit there for 24 hours straight grinding Counter-Strike 2, this will probably end up being around 10 to 14 days of playtime for the average player, or we'll just say around 2 weeks per completion of an Armory Pass. Now, it completely depends if you're going to be purchasing 1 Armory Pass per this 2-week period, or if you're going to be balling out and buying 5 each 2-week period, but you'll be gaining anywhere between 13 to 80 different Armory completions, assuming that the Armory is going to be out for 6 months. Which means that you will either have around 520 stars by the end of the Armory, or up to 3,200 stars if you purchased 5 different Armory passes in this around 2-week period of time. And again, all of this is assuming the Armory is out for 6 months and assuming that you're going to be playing the game up a good amount of time to be able to complete each 40 level Armory pass in 2 weeks. And while I am aware there's different exploits that are out to complete Armory passes much quicker, and there's probably faster ways to farm the Armory pass, I'm just assuming that you're just a normal player and just going to be playing the game and farming the Armory pass simultaneously. Now you have all these stars, and the question is, what do you spend them on? With so many different items in the Armory, it's very difficult to actually predict which one will have the highest return after the Armory ends. However, I do believe there are certain items that will be better investment choices than others. Starting off with the different collections, this is probably the worst thing you can put your stars towards if you want to be financially responsible. Again, I don't think 95% of Counter-Strike players are financially responsible, or else they would not be playing the game. But again, if you want to actually see positive returns, this is just gambling, and you're most likely going to lose your stars and get a light blue shit skin worth like 25 cents. Up next are the stickers. This is just once again gambling, but they only cost 1 star instead of 4. I mean, I don't think the blue stickers are going to be selling for too much. The red ones could sell for a decent chunk of change. However, there is a possibility, since these are sticker craft stickers and are meant to be used to make unique crafts, if they don't make stickers like this ever again, there is a possibility that these stickers will be sought out for their unique crafting ability. So while I would say that this is not the best thing to invest in, investing in these stickers is also just, it's not terrible. I do think that these will eventually be worth more than what you paid for, but I don't think they'll be worth the most in comparison to the other items. Following the stickers, I would say come the charms. Side note, is it just me or do these look like mighty beans? I don't know if you guys remember those old commercials where there were these weird like metal beans and you could like, you know, hit them around and they just wouldn't tip over. I don't know what the point of them was, but they looked kind of cool, and it's all I think of every time I see the charms. But okay, this is a unique item, it's brand new, but I really just don't see that these charms are going to be worth too much money in the future. I could be completely wrong, and these things could be selling for the price of an iBuyPower Hollow in 5 years, but again, that's just, okay, that's not possible. But they could be worth something, especially if they never make charms again, then these will actually hold a lot of value. However, I feel like charms are just going to be oversaturated. They're going to make a bunch of charms in the future, and I just don't know. There are actually unique patterns though you can get with these, so there's definitely going to be some rare patterns where if you get those will definitely be worth a lot of money. But once again, that is just gambling, and not only do you have to pull like a red knife one, you then have to get a rare pattern within that one knife charm for it to be worth a lot of money. Following the charms, I would say comes the Desert Eagle. Now, this is something that we know will have an end date. So no matter what, this item is going to be limited in supply, and there will never be more of these in the future. Not only that, but the Desert Eagle does also have patterns. You can get blue gems, purple gems, gold gems, and it's actually not too rare to get any of these. There's about a 1 in 10 chance that you're going to get either a gold, purple, or blue gem if you open it. Now, there's definitely higher overpay for, say, a rank 1 blue gem in comparison to a rank 2 blue gem, or you know, the blue gems will probably be worth way more than the purple and gold gems. But I think because this item is limited and it is coming in at 25 stars, I really don't think there's going to be too many of these in the market. And in a few years, especially if you have a blue gem or maybe like a purple gem, these could be worth a lot of money in the future. And I will definitely be picking up a few of these and holding on to them and hoping especially I get a blue gem, because those will definitely be worth their money even now. But I really think the Desert Eagle is a solid investment choice to make because there's going to be a limited supply, and for 25 stars, that's almost the price of an entire Armory pass. I really don't think too many of these are going to be in circulation. The item that I believe is the best to invest in is actually the gallery case. Cases in general have just seen a sharp increase in price in the last few years, and that is because once a case is opened, it's gone. And with cases that were seen in operations in the past, like Operation Riptide or Shattered Web, those cases are actually out of circulation. Those cases only existed within the operation and are no longer able to drop. And those cases, just look at the Operation Riptide, for example. Look at the price increase in just the past couple of years. The operation came out in 2021, and that case is already worth around $6. So assuming that the Armory is going to be similar to an operation where there's going to only be this 6-month period of time that you're able to pick up the gallery case, I see the gallery case being worth a lot of money in the future. I think the supply of the gallery case is going to be very, very low. And if this is in fact the only way that it can be acquired, and this period of time is the only time it can be acquired, there really will not be too many gallery cases in circulation. Now, because I think that there's actually going to be such little in circulation, I am a little worried that this is not going to be the only way to acquire them, or that there's a possibility that the Armory is going to be a permanent feature, because it just seems like there's just going to be too little in supply. And if that really is the case, I do see this case being worth a lot of money in the future and a great investment opportunity. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope my first video wasn't too shit. If you guys think there's anything I could improve on, just let me know in the comments below. And what you guys are actually here for is probably this giveaway. So there's a code hidden somewhere in the video. If you actually watched it, you saw it. If you didn't watch it, well, I'm going to get some watch time from you. All you have to do is comment that code, make sure you like the video, and also make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I'm a new channel. I need some sort of engagement and I need some way to grow. So I'm giving this like $13 skin away, and I'll give it away by the end of the month. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys.